Coming up next on this edition of In the City. The holiday season is upon us, but retail stores won't be the only thing drawing in tourism and revenue. We'll give you an update on the construction of Murfreesboro's new indoor tennis facility. And one city department is showing its support for breast cancer awareness. Plus, Blue Raider fans may notice some changes in MTSU's upcoming basketball season. But first, we'll have the information you need to know about paying your city and county taxes. All this and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Callie Durham. Well, it's property tax time again in Murfreesboro, but there may be a few additional late fees or discounts that citizens aren't aware of and could be eligible for.
City of Murfreesboro property tax bills are mailed out every year on the last business day in September. If you don't get a bill in the mail, please call our office and we can assist you. Payment of property taxes are the responsibility of owners, regardless if a bill is received. The City of Murfreesboro property taxes are due December 31st, 2014. Any payment paid in person after that date or postmarked after that date will owe an additional penalty and interest for being late. You can look up your property tax and check to see if it has been paid in our records. Just go to www.murfreesborotn.gov. On the left side of the screen, click on Property Tax Lookup and then follow the instructions. The City of Murfreesboro allows a taxpayer to make partial payments within certain guidelines. Please call or visit our office for more information. The state of Tennessee has a property tax relief program for persons 65 and over with low income and also for disabled veterans. This program provides a discount on real property taxes for those who are eligible. Rutherford County and the City of Murfreesboro have applications and are happy to answer questions to help those interested to see if they are eligible. Rutherford County also has a tax freeze program, and if you are eligible for the tax relief program, you may also be eligible for the tax freeze program. Call the county trustee for more information on the tax freeze program. If you have any questions about property taxes, call the Rutherford County trustee at 898-7705 or Murfreesboro City Hall at 893-5210.
Murfreesboro tennis players can now rejoice as the city will soon have its very own indoor tennis facility. Middle Tennessee State University is teaming up with the City of Murfreesboro to build a new 70,000 square foot indoor tennis facility. And construction is already well underway at the facility's location off Old Fort Parkway.
What you see basically in the background is you see them prepping the site for the all the steel that's coming in. They're putting in the footings, and that means that you'll be seeing the building go up sometime in October, November.
The new $5.8 million complex will feature 8 indoor tennis courts, an electric scoreboard, a pro shop, locker rooms, concessions, a lounge, and a meeting area. The tennis project is being funded by a combination of university, city, and private funds. The facility is part of MTSU's $80 million centennial campaign to expand MTSU's resources to assist in hosting events and tournaments like the annual Spring Fling High School Sports Championship.
We're looking at a first of the year, January 2015, substantial completion. We think that's the time that we'll be able to get MTSU in and start practicing and maybe prepping for some games. Of course, we want to make sure the facility is complete. We're looking at final completion sometime around the 1st of February and then having an opening for the public around the 1st of March.
The use of the new indoor facility will be the first opportunity for the Blue Raiders to play at indoor courts in Murfreesboro since 2008. MTSU's tennis teams are currently commuting to use the indoor courts at Nashboro Village in Nashville.
The construction of the 8 indoor courts is going to be very significant to the tennis community. It not only is going to provide year-round tennis, but it's going to allow that more lessons, more instruction. We really think that the community is going to embrace this new facility.
The indoor facility is being built adjacent to the existing 16 outdoor tennis courts at Old Fort Park. MTSU will have priority use of the facility from 1 to 4 p.m., with the complex being open to the public in the evening hours. The facility will be managed by the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department and is being built partially in the hopes of attracting more tourism and statewide or even national level tournaments to the city of Murfreesboro.
It's going to give us opportunities to have a lot of economic impact in our community, holding tournaments. Not only will we be holding district tournaments, but also regional, hopefully national. And MTSU will be bringing in people for their matches from other cities and other states and be hosting tournaments as well.
Construction is on schedule with the facility set to open this upcoming spring. And bringing the farm to the classroom is only one of the ways that the Murfreesboro City School Foundation is helping teachers to further their classroom initiatives.
Instead of a top-down approach where the system gives them technology or gives them projects, this is an opportunity for them to say what projects work best for them and then get that funded directly. We don't replace any funding from the taxpayer dollars, but we supplement it by buying extra programs that teachers really think will be helpful.
The Board of Trustees for the Murfreesboro City Schools Foundation is presenting grants totaling up to $50,000 to 36 different recipients from each of Murfreesboro's 12 elementary schools.
It's very important for teachers because we don't have a lot of extra money for some things that still are very integral to our school day. And so this allows us to fund those things.
The grants go toward funding a wide variety of projects in classrooms across the district.
My grant was for a grade level grant. It was for all of our first grade. We're going to be hatching chicken eggs and hatching butterflies this year. So our children are going to get to see the incubators, put the chicken eggs in them, watch them as they go through the cycle, and then actually see the chickens hatch.
The difference that these grants provide could be dramatic by supplementing a child's learning experience.
A child with autism or ADHD, they typically have a difficult time just sitting in a classroom, sitting on their bottom and listening to a teacher. So where a pencil for a typical child is an integral tool for them to be able to learn, something like a fidget toy, even though it seems so silly, that is actually an essential tool for a child that struggles with attention problems or attention deficits or autism. So it really is the difference between them being able to learn and not being able to learn. And so this grant is actually helping to provide over $1,000 worth of fidget toys. And I know it sounds really silly, but if you could go into a classroom and you could see the children that are sitting there with the little pencil topper and they're twisting it with their hands and they're able to listen and focus on the teacher, it makes such a difference in their lives and what they're able to learn and retain on a daily basis.
These grants allow teachers to acquire the necessary technology or resources that students need and that tax dollars may not provide.
Our program is such a good program because it allows teachers to tell us on an individual level what they need for their classroom to make themselves better teachers or to teach more information to their children and be more productive as educators.
Whether it's allowing a class to get more hands-on experience or aiding special needs children in retaining more knowledge, these funds go a long way in terms of students' long-term learning results.
Especially for younger children teaching first grade, to see things, it just doesn't connect it to their real life. They have no connection yet. They're still trying to figure things out and learn those foundations. So getting to actually touch it and do it makes it real. It brings it to them, it gets some experience, and they can feel it, see it. They're very hands-on at this age. So hands-on, anything connects it to their life.
All of these little projects that all these teachers dream up in their heads, these grants are able to make them come to life. And by making them come to life, we're reaching students that otherwise might not have this opportunity, or they might not have that experience. They might not be able to, make a garden at a school, or they might not realize that with a fidget toy they can learn. They might not have been writing and trying to get published. So just being able to have all of these grants really allows these students to have an opportunity that they otherwise wouldn't have.
Ever wanted to take a peek inside some of our local artist studios? Well, here's a look at some of Murfreesboro's best woodworks, pottery, jewelry, and more that you can see for yourself at this month's Art Studio Tour.
The Stones River Crafts Association is a nonprofit organization in support of excellence in the contemporary and traditional crafts of Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, and the Stones River region. The association is organizing the 21st Art Studio Tour that invites the public to visit working artists in their studios in Murfreesboro and surrounding areas.
Every year we are excited to open up our studio, invite people to come and see what we do, learn a little bit about our craft, recognize that there are people right here in our community that are doing really pretty amazing work. That's nationally recognized. I mean, there are people, right here in our county that are sought after from collectors from around the country. So it's a great opportunity to get out over the weekend. It's a great, fall weather. It's really become a tradition for many people that they'll arrange, because it's the weekend before Thanksgiving every year, they'll arrange a visit to come home early to get a chance to go around and do the studio tour. So again, we're really excited to be able to offer it again.
With 11 different studios on the tour, navigating around the area to visit these artists at work can be challenging. Alan explains how you can chart your excursion to be able to visit everybody on your list.
We do have a website. It's artstudiotour.org. There's on the website there's a map. We do a mailing every year, and also at each studio will be maps as well. So once you get to a studio, each studio will have maps, so those things will be available. But all of that is going to be available and easily downloaded from our website, which again is artstudiotour.org.
Here's a list of participating studios. Alan Daig Designs, furniture making. Designs by Sylvania Rowe, glass studio. Elizabeth Bray, jewelry. Everett Farm, fiber. Hickerson Woodworks. Joe Brown, blacksmith. Popcorn Studio, pottery. Ramsey Hall Design, jewelry. Red Oak Pottery. Silver Ridge Pottery. And Studio S Pottery.
Each studio also invites 3 to 4 guest artists that represent different mediums: glass, clay, metal, paper, fiber, etc., wood. So at each studio we try to offer a diverse representation of work and mediums, and give people an opportunity to see different types of work at each studio.
Alan says it's fascinating to get to see something made and created by hand. He feels like there's a real disconnect between an object and where that object came from or how it was made.
There was once a time in our society where you walked down the street and you saw a blacksmith, and you saw somebody that was a woodworker, and that those people were a part of a close community, so there was a connection with how those kind of things occurred. But today, our society, we know how to go buy something, but we don't necessarily know how that was created and made. So again, we're really excited to have an opportunity to share our work with our community, and we invite you all to come out to the studio tour. It is November the 22nd and the 23rd. It's a Saturday and Sunday, and the studios are open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days. You can like us on Facebook at Art Studio Tour, and we'll be periodically posting updates and new artists and information about the tour as well. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank Mayor Shane McFarland and Mayor Burgess, who have been supporters of the studio tour over the years. And so again, we're really excited to be able to offer this to the community, and look forward to having you come out to see us.
The city's Stones River Water Treatment Plant is voluntarily joining into the Partnership for Safe Water program. Plant manager Alan Cranford explains what this partnership is all about.
The Murfreesboro Water and Sewer Department recently became a part of the Partnership for Safe Water.
The Partnership for Safe Water is a volunteer effort between utilities, water organizations, and regulators to provide better drinking water by implementing prevention and protection programs where regulations may not currently exist. This voluntary partnership is between 6 organizations which Alan explains.
These organizations include the American Water Works Association, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Association of Safe Drinking Water Administrators, Water Research Foundation, the Association of Metropolitan Water Agencies, and the National Association of Water Companies. The Partnership for Safe Water was founded in 1995 when the organizations that talked about decided to get together and to come up with a program to fight the risk of cryptosporidium in plants that were treating surface water.
Cryptosporidium is a protozoan that comes from the feces of animals. It causes diarrhea in humans and affects people with low immune systems the worst. Drinking water and recreational water are the most common ways it's transmitted.
Cryptosporidium is about 3 to 5 microns in size. Our membrane filters remove anything that's 0.1 micron and above. So cryptosporidium is easily removed through our treatment process here, and therefore we're confident that our treatment process will take care of any issues that we may have in the future.
There are 4 phases in order to be a member of the Partnership for Safe Drinking Water. The first phase is known as commitment. It's in the commitment phase that you actually submit your membership application. In addition to, you commit to not only meet but exceed regulatory rules for drinking water. In order to be eligible, you have to not have any health-related violations within the past 6 months. The second phase is known as the baseline data collection phase. It's in this phase that you submit your performance data. This performance data consists of raw and finished turbidity water values. We do this annually. We're required to submit it June 30th of every year. The third phase is known as the self-assessment phase. It's in this phase that you actually take a look at your operations and determine if there's any factors that could be limiting performance. You then submit a completion survey to the partnership program, and if approved, you are awarded the Director's Award. The first 3 phases are required. There is a 4th phase, which is voluntary. It is known as the optimized system. It's in this phase that you have proven that you have reached the highest level of possible performance for your plant. You are given the Excellence in Water Treatment and Distribution System Operation Award.
One of the key things that we want to do here at the Murfreesboro Water and Sewer Department is ensure that not only is our staff professional, but they're very capable of performing their jobs and continue to raise the bar for performance. We've received numerous awards in the past. We have 14 certified operators that are actually in the operation stage, as well as certified operators in the laboratory and maintenance staff. Successful completion of the program will demonstrate the Murfreesboro Water and Sewer Department's accomplishments and the capability of our personnel here with the department.
It really shows commitment for here at Stones River Water Treatment Plant that we want to provide the best possible drinking water for our consumers.
If you're interested in going green or contributing to using more renewable resources, but don't know where to start, the Murfreesboro Electric Department's Green Power Switch program could be a good solution for you.
The Green Power Switch is a program offered by the Tennessee Valley Authority through local power companies for consumers to purchase for $4 150 kilowatts of electricity from a renewable source such as wind, solar, and methane gas. That power is then added to the electrical grid to be distributed to customers.
You know, we have the sun is free, and it is in a sense, but the equipment that is used to turn that sunlight into electricity is very expensive, and the process is very expensive. So there is a premium on that. It does cost more to produce electricity by these methods at this time than the standard way that we normally produce the power. So a lot of times customers will ask, will I get the green power, you know, to my home? And unfortunately there's no way to know that. Once electricity is made, it's all the same. So when it's made at the different points and it's just dumped onto the grid, then it's there. Now we do have some customers in our service territory. MTSU is one. We have several businesses, residential customers that have solar panels that are producing electricity, and TVA is buying that electricity and putting it on the grid. So we do have some green power within the mix of the electricity in our area, but there's no way to say, you're only getting green power at your house. The thing is the more people that we can get to participate in this program, the more demand there is for green power, the more that TVA will have to produce using those methods. So it's a good way to kind of increase the demand, and once the demand's there, once people are really wanting it, then the equipment prices will start coming down and everything will get a little bit more feasible. But TVA's been doing this program since, like I said, since 2000. The price has always been $4 for 150 kilowatt hours. It has not gone up, so that's a good thing.
TVA made a trip to Murfreesboro to present Murfreesboro Electric Department with a plaque recognizing the city as a top performer with the contribution customers have made to the Green Power Switch program.
Very pleased for the honor to be here today, and also pleased to recognize Murfreesboro Electric Department for its performance in the Green Power Switch program. Looking at the performance for our fiscal year FY13, Murfreesboro Electric was able to contribute 12% valley-wide of the participants in the Green Power Switch program. And I think that's a tribute to both the staff, your leadership, and the support that you receive from the community here in Murfreesboro for the Green Power Switch program.
Well, Ed, thank you, and board, thank you. Our customers out there are the ones that are supporting this. MTSU has been very awesome in their support of green power, and we hope all this continues in the future.
For our fiscal year 2014, which would be July 2013 through June 2014, we sold 40,891 blocks of green power. So we're really excited about that. Of those, with our residential customers, we've sold 2,551 blocks. With our businesses, there's been 840 blocks. And then the one that kind of puts us over the edge is MTSU. And they purchased last year 37,500 blocks. And that really says a lot about MTSU, because it's not the university that is buying that power. This is the students. The students have a fee that's assessed to them when they come for renewable energies, and they can decide what to do with that money. They can do projects on campus. They can, put up solar panels if they want. They can do whatever they want, and part of that money they set aside every year to purchase green power. If a customer wants to sign up for Green Power Switch, it's very easy to do. They can call down here to our offices and talk to the customer service. They can send us an email through the marketing at medtn.com, and I'll get that and we can get them signed up. Or they can go to our website, and of course every year we're out at the Earth Day celebration, so if you're ever in that, you can always stop by our booth and sign up there as well.
Breast cancer is the second most common form of cancer found in women, and Murfreesboro's Fire and Rescue Department is doing its part by helping spread awareness throughout the month of October.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the fact that we at the fire department wear the pink makes it more, I think it makes everybody in Murfreesboro aware of what it stands for. To me, it means a lot because I've lost family.
Many of the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department's men and women have a personal connection to breast cancer, like MFRD driver Samuel Benford.
The reason I'm wearing pink, I had a sister that passed away with breast cancer. In order for me to wear pink, I think about her every day, and it's a symbol that I want to keep in my heart, that she's with me every day.
The support for diseases like breast cancer seems to have increased in recent years, and because of acts of awareness like this, it continues to gain support each year.
40 years ago, it was a taboo subject. You never spoke of someone dying with breast cancer. They just died, and you assumed that it was their heart or something that killed them. But today, we're much more aware.
So for the third year in a row, MFRD employees proudly don pink uniform shirts for the month of October to aid in breast cancer awareness efforts.
Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue is a family, and as a family, we're trying to get the message out. We're very visible all over town, and I think a lot of Murfreesboro sees us, and when they see pink, they know what we stand for.
While wearing pink may seem like a small gesture, it actually has a big impact.
Our guys don't mind the pink because they know what it stands for. They've had family involved with breast cancer. They stand tall when they wear their pink shirts.
When we first wore pink, everyone kind of laughed at us like, you know, you see these tough farmers in pink shirts, and a lot of people thought it was funny, but once we explained it to them that we're wearing them for breast cancer awareness, you know, people got to accept it, and then they was like, oh, I would like one of them pink shirts, y'all. Y'all look pretty in pink. So I think it touched a lot of people, you know, and I think a lot of people is coming on board wearing pink.
More departments are getting involved in joining the fight against breast cancer. It's an influence that Sam hopes to see continue among city residents and workers.
Last year, EMS wasn't wearing pink, but this year they kind of caught on with us. And maybe hopefully in the next year we can get Murfreesboro Police Department to come on the board, you know, and sanitation department, you know, do a citywide, a pink out in the month of October.
It's a ripple effect that could actually be life-saving, and I'm not referring to their firefighting techniques. City employees like Sam and Nell are doing their part to help others be aware of the disease while also sharing in a common hope.
I encourage every, you know, young lady, middle-aged lady, older lady to go and get their self-examination, you know, because we got to find a cure to this, you know. And I have daughters and pretty soon granddaughters that's going to be in the same situation, and I hope to find a cure before they get the age.
If it only makes difference in one lady, if she sees us in pink, or one of our guys says something about we wear pink in October for breast cancer awareness, and one lady has a mammogram and it saves her life, it's been worth it.
A new season of MTSU basketball tips off in mid-November with a revamped Murphy Center for Blue Raider fans. The men's basketball team finished last season as Co-Conference USA champions with a 24-9 record. But this year they'll also have a new look, adding 8 new players, including 4 freshman guards. The Lady Raiders are coming off an impressive 29-5 season and a school record 6th straight NCAA tournament appearance. The Lady Raiders will be showcased on national television at least 6 times in the 2014-2015 season. The home opener is set for November 17th against Miami, and the men open at home on November 14th against Ohio Valley. Well, in honor of Thanksgiving coming up, now's a great time of year to sit down and write out all that you are thankful for. And speaking of saying thanks, make sure to acknowledge our local veterans on November 11th in respect of Veterans Day. City offices will be closed on Veterans Day, and they will also be closed on Thanksgiving on November 27th and 28th. Plus, don't forget that Murfreesboro City Schools will be on Thanksgiving break Wednesday, November 26th through Friday the 28th. And if you're in the giving spirit, there are plenty of ways to give back to the community and to those in need this holiday season. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department is collecting toys for tots. Donations can be dropped off at any of the Murfreesboro fire stations. The Rutherford County Food Bank on Bridge Avenue needs perishable and non-perishable foods as well as volunteers for the Christmas season. Community helpers will be offering the Murfreesboro Electric Department's Magic Dollar program, which helps needy families with their electric bill so they can stay warm this winter. Don't forget the 16th annual Fall Harvest Hayride starting at General Bragg Trailhead and traveling along the Greenway on November 14th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Also, Main Street is looking for an 18 to 20 foot tall evergreen tree to use as their downtown Christmas tree on the square. Everyone in the community is invited to attend the annual Christmas tree lighting at the Rutherford County Courthouse. There will be musical performances, extended hours at downtown businesses and restaurants, as well as a visit from Santa Claus himself. That celebration will begin on December 5th at 6 p.m. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. For more information about the City of Murfreesboro, just head on over to our website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to watch a specific story you've seen today or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Callie Durham. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.